Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we'll be looking at Guild Raid. So my guild actually summoned the Guild 7 dragon, but unfortunately of course I can't go in right now. But not to worry, I'll just briefly go through with you guys what Guild Raid level 7 is going to be about. So for passive, Gelidus actually nullifies all magic damage, reduce damage received by 50% in reflex, and also pierces on basic attack. He also increases his own defense by 50%, so that means he's gonna be pretty bulky, and he also reflects. So this is where Awakened Aragon will come in, okay? Then for his Awakened skill, he actually deals 8,000 fixed damage 3 times, so that's 24,000 damage, okay? And it pierces and also burns you. It's gonna be very insane, so we'll talk about strategy later. Then he has this 4 target 300 physical damage attack that hits 2 times, blinds, and also reduce your buff duration by 3 turns. And next also 240% physical damage that hits 4 targets and 3 times, and also reduce buff duration by 3 turns, and also burns. Okay, so basically burn and blind. So since I can't go in, so I'm gonna show you guys my team from this page. Okay, so for Taka, you need to give him double lethal, double HP, lifesteal and critical damage accessory of course. For his jewels, I actually have 2 PvE jewels. If you do not have the PvE attack jewel, then I suggest you give him a lethal raid jewel, okay? I think that is more useful actually. But you definitely need to have the PvE crit and lethal damage jewel as well as the skill cooldown. So for his limit break, you need to give him lethal damage and crit damage increase, and also increase damage dealt to defensive heroes. Okay, so Gelidus is actually defensive by nature, not universal. And you need his exclusive item definitely. Next we'll talk about Hayoung, who I just reviewed in my previous video, so do check that out. Double speed, okay, for her to use her get her awakened passive up quickly. Double HP. Willful Ring for accessory, but if you have evasion, that is good as well. You can stack both together. For her jewels, increase awakening gauge because you want her awakened skill to be up quickly. She gives block to your whole team, so I gave her damage reduction from block jewel, and also skill cooldown because her skills are pretty long. Okay, 110 seconds for both. Okay, and because she gives your allies immunity to blind and burn, so she's the perfect support hero for against Gelidus, who only has 2 skills, which blind and burn. Okay, and of course her awakened passive actually provides a lot of bulk for your team. Next we have Aragon, Awakened Aragon. Okay, so he actually becomes the Ares for Gelidus raid, for Guild raid, and he also protects your whole team from damage reflex, so that is super useful, and also one of the most necessary heroes against Gelidus, who actually reflex attack. Okay, and he also helps you to decrease fixed damage by 30% for all your allies. So in the event that Gelidus actually uses his awakened skill on you, it will actually be reduced by 30%. So 30% of 24,000. Not too sure how much that is. I think it will hit you about 16,000 maybe. Yeah. So his awakened skill is the most important one. So it basically increases damage for single target attacks, okay, by 100%. So you need to get this up quickly as well. So hence he has double speed and double counter because he actually reduces cooldown for you. I gave him evasion. I think if you have a willful and evasion, it will be very good as well, or even defensive accessory. Okay, he needs lifesteal for sure. Okay, he's not very bulky because of his counter equipment, so I gave him a PvE defense jewel as well to make him more bulky, and also skill cooldown reduced by 10, so that he can use his skill more, because his skill is super important. It decreases awakening gauge. So you can see that Hayoung and Aragon actually, they are very catered to dealing with guild raid bosses. Okay, for his limit break, I only gave him increased counter special trait. Okay, You might think that he may need the increased awakening charge speed a jewel, but I think he is okay without it. You need his exclusive item though, because it increases damage for one target attack or all else by 100%. Okay, so this actually, if you don't unlock his exclusive item, his awaken skill is only going to buff it, I think about 6 turns or something like that. So by unlocking his exclusive item, you're actually having a permanent increase in the single target attack, okay, until Aragon dies. Okay, so that's Aragon. So in this case, I'm using Evan because I'm just trying to improve the bulk of my team, and this is thanks to a fellow guildmate. He actually used Evan himself, and that's how I got to use Evan. So double HP, I think his HP armor is the most important. So Evan is really just there for the passive. He increased defense of allies by 50%. Of course, you can use Rudy, I think, as well. Okay, I'm not going to go through his other skills, but for his jewels, maybe if you have a damage reflection, damage reduction from block, you can give that to him, and also life steal. Finally, for Rachel, not recommended to give her lethal raid weapon, but because I'm doing world boss against the Iron Devourer, so I have lethal on her. So in the case, you should have speed and also HP. Also, of course, you should have willful ring and evasion on her. For her jewels, life steal and increase her awakening charge speed are the most important. And for the limit break, if you can give her reduced damage received from defensive type heroes, then that would be better. You definitely need her exclusive item because it's super important for your damage output. So for guild raid, my guild recommended using you instead of Ritual. I think this is for more damage output. If you don't have a you, then I think you can just go with Ritual. Ritual also gives increase in lethal rate. Okay, so that's all for my team. Without further ado, let us check out the match. So first things first is always to cast Phoenix, because Phoenix will bring down Gelidus' damage done onto your team. This is followed by Blaze, because Blaze will help to charge all your whole team's awakening bars and get their passives up quickly, especially for Hayoung and also for Aragon. So after this, after using both of Rachel's skills, I will use Hayoung's buff. Okay, this will just basically give my whole team some strength. And then now that I see that Aragon's Awaken skill is up, I'm going to use it so that it will further buff my single target skill, which is going to be done by Taka. So from here, it's just really about spamming Taka's skills. So that is one totem test, okay? I'll be preparing the next totem test. Should be going off now. So after the second totem test, Taka basically uses up Hayoung's buff already, because it's 4 times and each totem test is 2 times. So I'm gonna queue for you're gonna use Hayoung's buff again. So also during this match, you have to take note of the awakening bar of Gelidus. So once Gelidus now the bar is about 80%. Okay, at about 80%, I'm gonna use Taka's Azure Wind to bring it down by 50%. So actually over here you may not want to use Taka's Awaken skill so soon, and instead use Totem Tens, but because the Awaken skill actually uses up one buff from Hayoung. This will really affect your damage, and instead you can use Aragon's skill to actually bring down the awakening bar instead. So do take note of Gelidus' turn. He is on his turn 1, which is still fine because the damage output is not very big at the moment. So what you want to do is also to try to prolong your turn so that Gelidus doesn't get to his turn 3 too soon, because once he hits turn 3, his damage output is going to be very, very huge. So to prolong a turn, you actually want to insert a lot of skills in between the run, so that speed attacks don't quickly just string off. So I think over here I'm a bit I really miscalculated my Taka's buffs and all his skills. So sometimes when Hayoung's buff is up, he actually does his speed attacks, and then I use his first skill and all this, which actually is not recommended. So whenever Hayoung has her buff on Taka, always try to go for totem 10s instead of any other skill of Taka. So of course, when your HP is down below half, always heal with Hayoung. Don't be stingy and think you may be able to survive. And if you see that awakening bar now is about 90%, I'm gonna use Aragon's Momota to reduce it. It actually reduces by 25%, I think. So it's really about spamming your totem 10s with Hayoung's buff, okay, so that you will do a lot of damage and not receive a lot as well. I think at this point you can see I'm only rotating between certain skills, basically Aragon's single attack, Hayoung's buff, totem 10s, and when the need arises, I need to heal. So this is turn 3 already, and as you can see, Gelidus whacks Hayoung really badly, and I actually went to buff my team when the actual thing I should do is actually to recast Phoenix from Rachel, because as you can see, the debuff is gone, and this actually results in huge damage being done to my team, and this is my misplay over here. So once Gelidus hits his turn 3, always remember to cast Phoenix, and I clearly did not realize that. So my team is just basically dead now. Otherwise I could probably have gone on for a little bit more. So I mean, okay, now I'm just gonna talk about what will probably be the case if Phoenix was cast. So if Phoenix was cast, then I will probably do some heals, because he's gonna attack me, of course, after the Phoenix. So depending on the damage, I'll probably heal up and also buff my team and continue to use the rotation of totem 10s, and also use Aragon's skill to bring down his awakening bar. Okay, so this is my score. I think it was pretty okay for this level. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. I hope it gives you a better idea for tackling guild rate level 7. You know that not all the guilds, not all of you guys have your guilds at level 7, so I hope this gives you a slight idea of what to expect, and you can see that Gelidus is really very strong, and if you are not very well equipped armor wise, you are going to face a lot of problem with him, or rather you're gonna have very quick runs because he's gonna just destroy your whole team. Okay, so hopefully you guys will do well in guild raid, and I'll see you in my next video, and that will probably be for the Thursday update. Thank you.